So good morning, everybody. Welcome to UNH. I'm Deborah Merrill Sands. I'm Dean here at the Paul College of Business and Economics, and I'm delighted to welcome you this morning to our visit day for admitted students. I want to begin today by first of all congratulating all the students who've been accepted to Paul College. Can you raise your hands? Fabulous. And I also want to congratulate all the parents and families who have supported all of you admitted students to arrive at this new chapter that you're going to have in your life. So let's have a round of applause for the families. So our team has put together a great program for you today. And I hope Paul College captures your imagination and that you see the potential for discovery, for learning, for fun, and for engagement as you look forward into your future here, perhaps at Paul College. So now, I'm a new dean here at Paul College, and I'm just finishing my first month on campus. So like you, I'm still learning a lot about Paul. And I want to share with you several snapshots that have struck me as I've come to know the college. Snapshots that have reaffirmed for me that I made a great choice in deciding to come to UNH and Paul College to serve as the dean. So every morning when I go to work, and every evening, late evening, when I leave, I walk down a hall to the back parking lot. And along that hall are this whole row of study rooms. And what really captured my attention was that no matter whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, or late at night, those rooms are full. And they're full of groups of students who are working together, clustered together, actively engaged in animated discussion, working together to prepare presentations, to do their projects, to prepare their problem sets for the next day. Fabulous to see. In the afternoon, when I walk around the faculty floors in our beautiful new building, which you'll see later today, I see students in faculty offices, again, engaged in animated discussion. Maybe seeking help on the classroom, on the homework. Maybe seeking more support in understanding the material. Maybe getting advice on their careers, or maybe being coached for one of the entrepreneurial competitions that we run throughout the year. I see students in the student club rooms taking up leadership, organizing events, competition, and study trips that complement what happened in the classroom. And I see our alumni coming back to talk in classes and in career events. So just yesterday, for example, I had this great opportunity to drop by an event which was an all-day experience organized by our accounting and finance department. There were about 130 students involved. And what happened was about 12 of our alums and some of our non-alums, but external partners who were involved with Paul College, had come back, and they were engaging with our students in small groups and panels over lunch, and doing two things. They were sharing their experiences about their careers in the finance and banking industry. And most importantly, they were sharing advice with our students on how they could best prepare themselves throughout their college experience to secure great jobs and build great careers upon leaving. So in sum, what I've seen are students engaged in learning both inside and outside of the classroom, students who are animated and energized about working together and working with their faculty who are clearly invested in teaching and in the success of our students, staff who are dedicated to creating the best experience we possibly can for our students, and alumni who value their UNH and their Paul College experience and are committed to coming back and giving back to our students and our graduates who follow them. So I hope today that you get a sense of this spirit of engagement that so captured my imagination and, as I said, affirmed my decision to choose Paul College. And I hope those of you who are prospective students can see yourself at Paul College and that we will be welcoming you back in the fall as a member of the entering class. So with that brief welcome, I'd now like to turn the program over to my colleague, the Associate Dean for Academic Programs, Professor Neil Nyman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean Merrill Sands. So good morning, everybody. We've got a great program for you today, and I'd like to start off by introducing Morgan Ruttman. And I don't know, a few months ago, I was talking to Morgan, and I said, hey, Morgan, we're going to have 1,400 people. Well, it's probably now 1,500 people coming to Accepted Students Visit Day, and we've got a fabulous program set out for them. They're going to meet lots of faculty, so eventually you're all going to migrate over to the Paul College building, where you'll be able to meet faculty in all of the departments. But what they won't be able to meet over there are some of our fabulous alumni. I think Morgan does more to support our students in Paul College with his time. I'm shocked at how often he comes on campus to talk to various student groups. And so I figured that many of you would never have an opportunity to talk to our alumni and find out what kind of support and the type of relationships that we have with our graduates. So I decided to invite Morgan to come up here and speak. So, Morgan.
Thank you. Well, first, welcome to our Accepted Student Day, and congratulations to all of you who are in the room who've been accepted here. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to see UNH, and the great thing is you have no bad choices now. You went through the hard part, you went through the application process, and the decisions were made, and now it's your decision to decide where you want to go. So we are extremely happy that you're here today. First, I'd like to thank Dean Sands and Dean Nyman, and to actually say to Neil, you didn't really tell me the whole truth. Because when we were sitting there talking, he didn't tell me there were going to be 1,400 people. He just said, we're having Accepted Students Day. Do you want to come talk? I was like, okay, I'll come talk. Then he said, 2 weeks later, he said, there'll be 1,400 people. It's going to be simulcast, and you're going to have to do this big thing. And I was like, I don't do big things. I don't like these big events. But be that as it may, I am really happy to be here, and I'm really happy that you're all here. The other thing I'd like to say, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and how I got here and how I'm engaged here, but I have 3 daughters. They've all gone through this process, and I learned a lot watching them to go through this process. So what I would like to tell you today is, as much as you may feel stress about this decision, and some of you in this room have probably made your decision, and some of you in this room are on the fence, I would tell you this: there are no bad decisions to be made here anymore. You will all go to a great school, you will go and have great educations, and if it's here, we are extremely happy. If it's not here, you shouldn't stress about it. The decision feels much bigger in the moment today, and it's much less stressful as time goes forward. And so I hope you will take this day and really relax and enjoy it, and as you make this decision, that you won't try to make the perfect decision, because there is no perfect decision to make. There is no perfect school. There is no perfect fit. There's only the best fit for you at this point in your life, for you and your family. And so you want to go to a school where you think you're going to thrive, and it's going to support you, and you're going to be an active and vibrant member of that school. And when you make that decision, you should feel really comfortable with it. And I hope it's here, but if it's not here, I know you will go on to have great careers. So please do not stress. Why am I here? I'm probably the most experienced person in this room with Durham and the University of New Hampshire. I moved here when I was 6 years old. My dad was a professor at the University of Minnesota. We moved to Durham. I went to Oyster River High School. I went to Oyster River Middle School. I went to Oyster River Elementary School. There's a theme here. And so I grew up in this university community. And then when it came time to go to college, I actually made a different choice. I actually went to the George Washington University my first semester in my freshman year. I thought that was going to be the best fit for me. I was wrong. It ended up not being a good fit for me, and I transferred back to UNH after 1 semester and ended up spending the next 3.5 years here and having an unbelievably great time. After UNH, I went to New York, and in some ways got disengaged from the school. Sadly, both my parents ended up passing away in the mid-90s. I re-engaged with the school through the foundation, and in the early 2000s, I went on the foundation board, and the foundation is the money-raising arm of the university. It's a private money-raising organization that supports a public school like University of New Hampshire. And our mission is to go out there and raise money from alumni for scholarship, for facilities, for programming, et cetera. And I spent 10 years there, and for 4 years I ran the investment committee, and I got totally re-engaged in New Hampshire and to UNH. And more importantly, my wife got totally re-engaged in New Hampshire. She was not from New Hampshire, and so I would actually tell you she likes it more than I do. She's not here because she's running a 5K over in Portsmouth right now, but she is totally engaged here. We bought a house in Rye, and we spend most of our summers here, and even though we still live in New York, it's really become a home again to me. And that kind of segues into what is really great about UNH. It is one of the, to me, it is one of the greatest examples of an intersection of a lot of things. It's big but not too big. It's small and community-oriented but not too small. From a location perspective, it's spectacular because you have Portsmouth, which is a really, really fun town. If you haven't been there, you should go. We're close to Boston. We have rail service and bus service to Boston. The faculty, staff, and administration are some of the most caring and nurturing and engaged people I've ever met. Our president, Mark Huddleston, is a fabulous leader, and he has done unbelievable things in his 7 years here. So I look at it and say, having watched my 3 daughters who actually all went to different schools, even though I lobbied hard for UNH, they did not go. You know, I've seen a lot of schools, and I would stack UNH up against any of them. So I am a strong cheerleader for what we're doing here. I also think UNH is in the cusp of a really, transformative process. So you see it around campus, a lot of the construction that's going on. You would see it if you got granular into some of the programming. Certainly go to Paul College. You know, 7 years ago, there wasn't even a dream of Paul College and that facility being built. And, you know, between the foundation and the university system, you know, we got the school built. It is an unbelievably, first class, brand new building that it really serves the needs of our students. So I could not be more proud of being part of UNH. And to me, what I want from a student body is a student body that comes and is willing to engage with those people. And as Neil said, I come here a lot. I was at the day yesterday that Dean Sands talked about on campus. There were probably 20 to 25 alumni ranging from 1 year out to 40 years out. They were a series of panels and discussions, and really working with students and trying to get them to think about careers in finance and on Wall Street and financial analysts. And that goes on all the time. It goes on here, it goes on at Paul College, it goes on, I know you guys are all Paul College people, it goes on at CEPS, it goes on in other areas of the university. It's an incredibly dynamic place. So my point is that there's something for everybody here. And whether it's specifically within Paul College, which is, increasing its level of programming and diversity of programming. Yesterday we heard about some of these tracks that are being created in real estate, financial analysis, and what's the third one, Neil? See? Investment banking. But the point is, it's an evolving and changing place. There is a place for you. And you will make us better. So, again, I want to end with this, what I started with, which is that there are no bad choices. And in this room, statistically, some number of you, maybe it's 50 or 60 or 70% will come here. You will be part of something that's really important, that's really interesting, that's really engaging, that's really fun, that's really nurturing, and I'm really excited to have you here. So thank you, and good luck, and enjoy the rest of your day.